Hello, fellow Cravers, and welcome to another CTG Wrestlecast with me, GD, and of course my co-host Hanksy. Hanksy, 6 weeks.
Oh no, it's getting close now.
Oh, I'm looking forward.
You know what? I hate this.
I
always feels like.
You know what? I'm saying the same thing.
I just want WrestleMania.
So I think
after all, I mean, I don't mind Elimination Chamber to a point. Although I think Elimination Chamber was a bit. It was decent enough pay-per-view, but there was nothing exciting and new there was ever, or unexpected. But this one just feels like it's like, oh, just get on with it now.
The thing is, it feels like an unnecessary stop before WrestleMania, and I think it's weird because we grew up in a generation where it was Royal Rumble, another pay-per-view which was usually like No Way Out, or which became Elimination Chamber, of course, and then it was WrestleMania.
Yeah.
The thing is, this was the time where they started to really build up for what was coming up for WrestleMania.
It just feels like that, just on the same bump in the road, doesn't it?
Anyway, let's go into this. Even though we're not looking forward to this, I'm gonna say there is a few interesting. There's a few interesting matches that we've got coming up, and the match that we're going to start off with is a match that I didn't expect us to have coming into Fastlane. The Shield versus whatever Baron Corbin wants to call his new team, with Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre.
They're not Shield.
They're not Shield, yes. But let's start with this. Roman Reigns is back, and I want to know how long it's going to take until I get annoyed by Roman Reigns being there all the time again.
Isn't it funny? It's like, and there's people actually saying it's a work, which it obviously isn't.
No, it definitely wasn't a work.
Isn't a work, you know what I mean? And it's like this nonsense about, he's still got his hair and all that, and it's like, you know what? You just don't understand fucking leukemia.
No.
You know what I mean? Actually, do some research, but. The point is, there's this. I've heard that. It's just to try to get him over, and it's like, well, yeah, he is over at the moment, which is it's good, I think. So I'm not against Roman, but it's not. But to make it some cynical sort of plan that Vince has had to get him over, I think that's just, come on. But, but it is strange seeing him being as over as he is, because we're just not used to that, are we?
The thing is, we're used to the whole point of us getting sick of Roman Reigns being there all the time, and but like I said, when it was announced that the leukemia had come back, unfortunately, you kind of thought, this shown that he was a human being, which you don't really get that much when it comes to the actual TV side of things with wrestling in general. But like I said, he's back.
There's disliking the character, and then there's disliking the person, isn't it? And I've never disliked Roman as a person.
No.
I'm not as big an issue with the character as you have, but
I've got issue with many characters in WWE. You know I do, mate.
It's like at the end of the day, we boo them, we cheer them. We very easily sort of accept the turns when they turn heel or when they turn face. Very easily do that. But it's just because that's how we are. So it's WWE Universe, and as fans, you accept that's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I think with this, it was like all of a sudden it was like, this is real life now, and this is a guy who we might have booed him, but at the end of the day, it's not that we hate him.
The thing is, this is a guy. He's got
a really awful thing.
Yeah, the thing is, in the end, you've got to remember he's got a kid, he's got a wife, he's got family.
Yeah, this is it.
And it's kind of dawns onto him, like you said, this is actually the real person we're seeing in the middle of the ring at the moment. And
this ain't the character.
Yeah. But look, like I said, the last time we saw him was all the way back in October, and the thing is, I'm glad that he's back. Like I said that, but by the sounds of things, the Shield, this might be the last time the Shield are gathering together because of another member might not be there after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Dean Ambrose. Yeah.
Again, there's lots of theories around that, isn't there? Right now?
I mean,
so obviously Dean hasn't the official license hasn't signed a new contract.
Yeah.
Couple of the media sort of sites were were discussing last week that actually there might be there has actually been movement and there's a possible contract in place, and it's actually more of a work than anything else. But
which I'm
but
hoping
then there's
that,
others like to Dave. Yeah, I'd like it to be that, but then the likes of Dave Meltzer has actually said no, he's definitely going. X-Pac saying, you know, as far as he's understood, you know, this is real. He's you know, he's not signed a contract. He was offered a hell of a contract.
Well, yeah, the thing is, I won't be surprised. The thing is, he is someone he can easily win over the fans, and either as a heel or as a face. And the thing is, he doesn't even have to have that transition period where he moves back into face. It's like, what's it called? This whole thing between him and Seth Rollins. They think, they hate each other. Now he's trying to be friends?
Yeah, we just accepted it this week, didn't we? You know,
I think we kind of just accepted it, thinking, Dean Ambrose is here, is face. Let's just, sure.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't like being part of the Shield. Well, he wants to be part of the Shield just so that he can beat up on these three over here.
Yeah. I mean,
but,
I mean, I thought, we do accept it's funny. We do accept these things.
Yeah.
You know.
But the thing is,
but yeah, I mean, as I say, I think we'll wait and see what happens with him after WrestleMania. I mean, apparently he was on some of the cards, some of the shows after WrestleMania, and now he's been taken off. So, again, people have said, you know, he is actually going to be there. WWE have suddenly realised they've ballsed up and they've took him off.
But then again, we've seen
try and keep it going.
We've seen here in the UK where we've seen that people are on the cards. They're saying, "Oh, this match is going to happen," and then when the actual live event happens, no, it's not.
No.
The thing is, the whole card can change in an instant, and we've seen that happen so many times. And like I said, I'm hoping that Dean Ambrose stays with the WWE, but at the same time, I feel like if he doesn't, there is so many other places that he can go to. Like, for example, AEW. He could go anywhere because he's already got that name behind him. And
I mean, it'll be interesting to see what he does, whether he does that or whether he does a bit of a Drew McIntyre where he just goes off and finds himself a little bit. And you know, wrestles around the Indies, doesn't get necessarily signed to any particular company.
Yeah.
I mean, the contract he's turned down, apparently, was £1 million standing contract, wasn't it? So basically, you've got £1 million whether you... if he was injured for the year, it's guaranteed £1 million. If he does every house show, every, you know, pay-per-view, you know,
basically
then he
saying
could
this is
probably
the minimum.
$5 million. Yeah.
Which they brought out the how much Superstars got paid a couple of weeks back. And you're looking, it's no surprise here, Brock Lesnar is at the very top with about 12.5 million. But I think it's after that. I think the next one down is 8.5, and then it's just
John Cena, isn't it? Around about 8 million.
I think it's John Cena. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't actually seen the list for a while, which I can get up. But the thing is, you understand that. Being part of the WWE, there is a lot of money that you can make from being there.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest, you're not going to be making that money in the Indies or the AEW. You might not. I doubt it. But the thing is, WWE is the
there
top
isn't that
stand.
sort of money.
So
the only company paying the sort of money that WWE are paying is WWE. There's nobody else. You know, because there's no one else can afford that sort of cash. You know, the AEW have got money behind them, but they're not. They've got no.
What about New Japan?
Not making any money yet. Yeah, New Japan's not making that sort of money, is it?
Yeah.
I mean,
the thing is, in the end, New Japan is Japan-based. WWE is world.
So they're not selling out. They're not selling out stadiums 4 times a week like WWE are. You know, that's the difference in that. You know. And then you look, and then there is nobody else, is there? Really? I mean, Ring of Honor is still effectively doing. Really, it's doing small arenas. You know?
Yeah. Oh, here we go. I found the actual list now. So, like we said, no no surprise here at the very top. It is Brock Lesnar. Second, of course, is John Cena at 8.5. Then Roman Reigns at 5, Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, The Miz, AJ Styles. All the way down. I'm going to let you guess, mate. Who is at the bottom of this of the male superstars list?
At the very, very bottom.
At the very, very bottom.
So I'm presuming it's going to be somebody. I presume it's going to be somebody like R-Truth. I would have thought.
No. R-Truth gets about just over 500,000.
Yeah, right, okay.
Yeah.
Also, we're talking less than 500,000.
You're talking less than 500,000.
Wow.
Yeah, you see the complete difference from the top. You're going to see this at the bottom in a minute.
Yeah.
Victor from The Ascension.
Right, The Ascension.
He gets a quarter.
But you know what? This again is the point. He gets a 250,000, but it's like.
It's a quarter of a million.
If you actually looked at what they get, well, it's still 250,000, isn't it? But if you look at what they get on that contract, and you look at what they actually make. So you take Fandango, for instance, right? I don't know what Fandango's on. He won't be on much.
I don't. No, Fandango.
Is he on the list?
Yeah, he is. He makes 400,000.
Yeah. Now I can guarantee that he makes. I would say over 2 million easily.
Oh wait. This isn't even in order. 1 second. Where is it? Because I swear it was Kurt Hawkins, which that would be funny. The guy who can't win gets the least money.
But you know what? You take Fandango, right? Fandango will be clearing way more than that, because what he'll be doing, he wrestles every single house show. I mean, actually, apart from Dean Ambrose, when 2 years ago before he got injured, Fandango was by far, the wrestled more minutes in the ring than any other wrestler. Which just shows how much he works. And then on top of that, you've got the merchandise, which with all the fashion police stuff and everything else. So he's got the gimmick and all that. He'll be clearing at least 2 million. And that's the thing, isn't it? It's putting the work in.
Well, I've got the women.
Well, Brock Lesnar will get that and nothing else, because he doesn't do anything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So like I said, this was the men's. The women's list is right underneath. So I'm going to let you guess. Who do you think is at the top of the women's salaries of last year?
Oh, now you would presume. See, it's going to be one of two things, isn't it? It's either going to be someone who's been there for a while, but is still at the top. So you're looking at the likes of Natty, or it's going to be one of the four, isn't it? So you're probably looking at Charlotte, I'm presuming.
Ronda Rousey.
Oh God, I didn't even think about Ronda.
Ronda Rousey. This is going to be This is going to hurt even more. So, what did we say that Brock Lesnar was making? He was making about 12.5, yeah.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey, 1.5.
Yeah, but again, she's working. So she'll be doing all the house shows. She's doing all, she's on Raw every week, and the merchandise. As I say, well, Brock just, you might get some merchandise, but it ain't going to be huge, is it?
No. No one's buying Brock Lesnar stuff.
Well, I mean, they had to a point, but I mean, what Brock does, which is quite clever, is every show they come out on, he has a new Suplex City t-shirt, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, so you'll get that. So we'll make money at the venues, but he's not making money in the shop. Yeah. That's the difference, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
We kind of went off on a tangent on the money. Yeah. So
already.
Let's just finish talking about this match anyway. We'll talk a little bit about it when we go into the next one. But who do you think is going to win? Do you think it's going to be the Shield, or do you think it's going to be Team Corbin?
I'm presuming it's going to be the Shield.
Yeah, same here.
I mean, that would be if this is going to be the last. It's not a retirement. It's in the Dean Ambrose retirement, so it's not like he's going to go out with his. Go out on his back, is it? So, he will be back in the company.
Yeah.
So, you've got to presume it's going to be the Shield. Why bring the Shield back? I mean, I suppose it's. You presume they bring the Shield back, and then for them to lose would be pretty shit, wouldn't it? But then I suppose if they are trying to get these other three over, the genuine stable.
Yeah. Well,
maybe beating the Shield. I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to say the Shield are going to lose.
You're going to say, well, this is where my idea comes in. We've got to remember that Seth Rollins got a match at Wrestlemania, which we all keep forgetting about.
Roman, yeah, but Roman and Dean haven't. So, I mean, Heavenly's made the point. I think is maybe Ambrose portrays Roman. Maybe Ambrose portrays.
Oh, and then we can have Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose.
Last match, Dean Ambrose's last match before he goes.
Yes.
He's going. According to Renee this week, did you see that? According to Renee this week, he's going to greener. What's he say? Greener pastures. So,
is she going with it?
Renee, upset. So, well, again, that's why people have said this week. I was at work because Renee said this, and she wouldn't have said this if because Vince wouldn't have liked that. And you think, well, actually, maybe Vince didn't like it. I mean, Corey jumped on it pretty quick to say, "What do you mean greener pastures? What's WWE, Renee?"
So according to the game, anyway, the game thinks that with us, the team, well, they parted as Team Lashley, which. Yeah.
No, it's not Lashley.
It's Team Corbin.
Did you notice this week? They all came. You got 3 of them came out. 2 of them have mics. Now Lashley just stands there at the back.
That's what he's good for.
Yeah, basically.
That's why he's got Leo Rush.
Yeah, basically, exactly why he's got Leo Rush.
Anyway, mate, let's go into this next match we've got on here, which is for the Raw Tag Team Championships. We have the Revival versus the glorious Bobby Roode and Chad Gable, and the newest two to move up to NXT, Aleister Black and Ricochet.
From NXT.
From NXT. Yeah, okay. Can we go with this? Have they moved? That's what I was going to ask. Have they moved up?
My understanding, they haven't. My understanding, they're still on NXT right now. They are all 4 of them that came up. Obviously, 2 have stayed. Although Champ is injured, isn't he? But but they're still using the NXT graphic. So when they come out, these 2, and they have the name Aleister Black, it still comes up with the NXT graphic. So my understanding is that they haven't officially come up to the main roster. They're still NXT property.
Well, is this the way that they're actually trying to work this now? Are they actually trying to make... Well, we already feel like NXT is the third brand of WWE anyway. Are they actually trying to make it and push it into the same level as Raw and SmackDown?
Well, that's possibly what they're trying to do a bit. And as we said last time, there was talk that there might actually be a possible Fox Sports show, and NXT coming across to Fox Sports, which would be interesting.
Yeah. But as long as it stays on WWE Network, I'm happy with that.
Yeah. So there's a lot going on. I mean, we'll see what goes on with it. But
it's like what's it called? Look at the Women's Tag Team Championships as well. The thing is, we already know that it's going to be going between the brands because there's only one set of Tag Team Championships. But they've been over at NXT as well, not just SmackDown, showing these titles off. So I would love to see this triangle of brands again, and especially showing how much better NXT can be than Raw and SmackDown. I think we already know that. It would be, I don't know, it'll be interesting to see what they do with this, and I think this is just the start of it, because I would love to see some stars move from Raw and SmackDown back over to NXT, maybe the NXT stars moving over to Raw and SmackDown, and see them basically get along with each other by beating each other up and trying to steal each other's titles.
I think it would. I mean, my issue with moving guys across from NXT has always been, there's got to be a reason to move them up. Because there's been some tragedies on there. There's been guys and girls who have been fantastic on NXT, and it just and then they come across Ty Dillinger, No Way Jose.
Sanity.
You know, obviously Ty's now gone. Sanity seemed to have disappeared. I mean, they were so hot on NXT.
Well, it's like Nikki Cross.
The Ascension, to be fair.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're a brilliant example.
The Ascension owned NXT.
Well, actually, thinking of it, if you look at who's actually in the ring at the moment, all 6 of these competitors are from NXT. You've got and the great examples of moving up to the main roster and it not working out. The Revival, the current Raw Tag Team Champions, I give them, but they've been so misused. And okay, it could be because of injuries in the first year, but yeah,
they did get a couple. I've been outspoken that they did get a couple of injuries, but I think it's such a shame because again they were so good when they were on NXT. As you say, but again, Bobby Roode. Again, they seem to have turned him heel a bit. That's good because the Rude character is a better character when he's heel. It's the same as with Charlotte. You know, they've got because the whole Rude character is to be the glorious Bobby Roode, to be better than everybody.
Exactly.
Else. It doesn't work when he's not pretending that he's better than everybody else. It's the same like Charlotte doesn't work as a face, really.
Yeah.
So, you know, we've seen this. So it's that sort of. Don't bring it. And again, you know, Aleister Black. I understand they want to come up. I understand that you know they deserve to make a decent pay packet, and you can make a better pay packet. You know, if you're on the main roster than you're ever going to make with NXT. But don't come up at the expense of not having anything to do and ending up doing what Ideal just done.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I think another great example of it. One of the ones that got moved up since the McMahons have taken over. Lacey Evans. What has she done? She's pretty much just walked down the ramp and walked back up again multiple times.
She was every week. I mean, and
I think the last time she was in the ring was when it was a Royal Rumble.
Last time she was in Royal Rumble. She was the first in. That was a mistake. You know, she hadn't got the experience. Putting her there was a mistake, and she wasn't great. She made a couple of bad moves, which have been remembered, you know. And again, it's a shame because she was being so good on NXT. But those people who don't watch NXT, well, at the moment, are just thinking about the fact that she ballsed up a Royal Rumble section. Again, they need to. So, my understanding is she's going to get a massive push. They see her as, you know, she's got a similar sort of size to. Similar sort of size to Charlotte. Yeah. Similar build to Charlotte. She's got a great attitude, and we know she's got on the mic and stuff. I don't know. We've just got to wait and see what they do with her, haven't we?
Well, then again, saying with what's it called, Lacey Evans. At least she's showing up on TV at the moment. Nikki Cross, she's been moved up as well, and but I think the reason is I've just read into this. Nikki Cross and Killian Dane have not long just got married, so they might be at the moment in the middle of
I think Nikki and Sanity have got a future, and I think they're going to do some good stuff with them.
Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see the whole Sanity thing come back. That's the whole thing that everyone had been shouting for. Is now Nikki Cross is up here. Can we see this stable of chaos come back and start to run havoc, which we haven't had yet, and hopefully we will after WrestleMania. Because now, like I said, it's time for things to be built up for WrestleMania. But, yeah, I don't know. It's weird, especially like I said with the NXT stars. We've seen some be quite successful. I think I'm going to be honest. The best example of that, the newest one to move up, I'm going to say probably Drew McIntyre. Off the top of my head.
I mean, Drew McIntyre was always, and he wasn't on NXT for long.
No, but that's the thing. He was. We already knew who he was.
Similar to Mickie James, you know. I mean, they were already established, and then they came across. You know, I think that he was never going to be in NXT for long. Obviously, he got the injury when he was champion. I think he would have been probably champion for a bit longer had he not had that injury. But they use it as an excuse to bring him up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, yeah, wait and see.
Yeah.
Wait and see what goes on. But anyway.
Yeah, let's do our prediction.
Match,
yeah.
I mean, I can't see Ricochet and Aleister Black winning it. I think, you know, we're going to see their first official loss, I think.
So, who do you think is going to be walking away with the chance?
I think by doing it as a freeway, I think it's going to be the Revival. It should be the Revival.
I think it should be the Revival, but at the same time, this is WWE.
Yeah, I would hope it to be the Revival going into WrestleMania. They definitely deserve it. You know?
Either way, I feel like this isn't going to be the last of this weird little triple threat argument with NXT, the Revival, and the Glorious team. I'm going to go with. The thing is, I think this is not going to be the last. I think we're going to see it at least in WrestleMania kickoff show. Yeah, I already can see this being a kickoff show match.
There's also talk that there might actually be a NXT match at WrestleMania in the same way, not on just in the Takeover, but that's the other things we talked about. So it's similar to what we see with the
Evolution.
With obviously with the 205 Live. You know, obviously we see the cruiserweights having a match. There might be an NXT match there as well, which would be good.
Oh, well, like I said, it would be interesting because I think at the moment all we know about WrestleMania is that Seth Rollins is going to be facing Brock Lesnar. I think that's it at the moment. Even
that's the only one that's confirmed.
That is the only official match that has been put
we know that it's going to be Ronda versus Charlotte. We don't know if it's even with that. We still don't know if it's going to be just Ronda versus Charlotte or whether there's going to be Becky in the mix as well.
Well, according to the game, mate, about that triple threat tag team match, Bobby Roode and Chad Gable are going to be walking out with the championships. But talking about a championship, let's talk about our new favourite championship, mate, the Hemp Championship.
Yeah.
Because, okay, where do we start with this? So, it was originally Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston.
Well,
then
for a week it was, isn't it?
Then Vince McMahon swapped it for... Look, okay, I'm a huge fan of Kevin Owens. I think Kevin Owens is awesome.
Yeah.
I just don't think this was the right move to make. Oh, stop.
No.
Why not let Kofi Kingston have his match? And I know that they are going to be trying to work on to that, but still.
Yeah, I mean, the point is, I mean, I'm not that upset because, again, it's the problem, isn't it? Right, Kofi was fantastic at Elimination.
Oh God, he
had that amazing match. He had that gauntlet match before where he stole the show. Then he has the rest. Then he has the Elimination Chamber where he steals that show. He was brilliant there, and then it was like you get this groundswell. What we want is to see Kofi.
Yes.
And it's like, but then the problem we've got is Fastlane.
Yes.
Because we don't want to see, if we want to see Kofi versus Bryan, then what we really want to see is that at WrestleMania.
Which hopefully we'll get. Yeah.
And now, by doing this, we've got the possibility of getting that at WrestleMania, which is what we really want.
But then again, will we get Kofi versus... Alright, let's get this out of the way. Who do you think is going to win? Do you think it's going to be Kevin Owens or Dean Ambrose? Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan's going to win this. They're not going to change the title again. I don't think they're going to change this title. No. Too close to... Because he's hot, isn't he? He's Daniel Bryan. He's having a really good run. It's really hot right now with this.
Yes.
And I think it'd just be a huge mistake for WWE to change this now.
I mean, especially how much you paid for that fancy wooden-looking title.
Yeah.
At the same time, I want that title now myself because I keep seeing it every goddamn week. It does look quite good. And I feel like if WWE dare charges over £300 for that, I will not be happy. You made it out of a canvas bag.
Yeah, and a plank of wood.
Oh, and seashells.
Yeah. As I said, I think we're going to see. I can't see Kevin Owens winning this.
No.
But then they've got to. Decide if he doesn't win it, what do they? I mean, interesting. It's his face at the moment, which is quite bizarre. I've never seen. I don't think I've ever seen Kevin Owens' face.
Yeah, it is weird because every time we've seen Kevin Owens, we've always pictured him as the heel type, and he's brilliant as a heel. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes as a face at the moment, if he can.
Yeah.
But then again, it's difficult to act like a heel when you've got Daniel Bryan acting like Captain Planet over there. Yeah. Which I don't know what image WWE's trying to put out with this. Oh, you like to save the world? Screw that. No, he's a bad guy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the guy who wants to save the world's the bad guy.
Screw you for recycling.
Donald Trump. When you got Donald Trump, who's in the Hall of Fame as well. There you go.
Oh my God! They've got the bloody president in the Hall of Fame.
So I don't know. I can't see them swapping the title over this close to WrestleMania. I think we're going to see Kofi versus Bryan. That's what we all want at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
You know.
I agree. I feel.
Where we're gonna go.
I feel. I have this feeling Kofi's going to get himself involved.
Oh, you might do it, or the New Day as a whole. Yeah.
Yeah, because God, can we see the New Day turning heel?
Don't think so.
Why not?
I think that'd be a massive mistake. Well, it would be a massive mistake. Money on the merchandise for a start.
Well, before we move on to the next before we move on to the next match, anyway, let's just talk about one of the kickoff show matches. Because Xavier Woods and Big E have got a match against Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev.
Yeah.
I mean.
Well, this is interesting because
it'll be interesting.
The thing is with this is yeah, I mean, well, it's interesting because the actual heat on SmackDown has been between these two and Ricochet and Aleister Black again, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But obviously they can't. This is the problem with them when they're not really on either show. And we get this in. So it's not actually a feud here as such. But we shall see.
Right, my mind's gone blank. So I'm looking at Rusev and Shinsuke, and I know that they had the whole rivalry with the US Championship.
Yeah.
Who's actually the current US champion?
Well, actually, it's now. It was R-Truth, wasn't it?
Oh, God, now, it's Samoa Joe.
It's now Joe.
Yeah. Talk about that in a bit. But yeah, Xavier Woods, Big E, facing Rusev and Shinsuke. Who do you think's going to win between these two teams?
I can't say I really care.
No, same here. Not really. This is the kickoff show.
I don't even know why this is there. It's like,
I don't.
Why?
Let me just read and see if there was something backstage that happened.
I mean, they'll set it up on social media is what they've done, but
yeah, but no one's really paying attention to social media.
Surely you would put that. Yeah, no, there should be. There's more beef when it comes to between them and the bar. You would have thought, but
yeah,
you know, well. So I mean, yeah, I think. I'm presuming New Day will win it, but.
It doesn't help when the actual description of the actual match on the WWE site itself doesn't really explain why these two are actually fighting each other.
No, there's no reason.
It's a match.
Yeah. Let's reload. So yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. It's kickoff show. That's going to be on YouTube anyway.
Yeah.
So we were talking about a certain WrestleMania match, which we already know is going to be Charlotte versus Ronda Rousey. But with this match that we've got coming up now, Becky Lynch has got that opportunity to be, which we knew this was going to happen. We saw this was going to happen. A chance to make it a triple threat match for the Raw Women's Championship when both of these two are on SmackDown.
Yeah. That's the problem, isn't it, I suppose. I think that's the issue with this. But I mean, it's an interesting setup. Obviously, Ronda's now gone massively heel this week, which was interesting.
Yeah.
So I thought that was.
I feel like she doesn't like the WWE universe anymore.
It was a great turn. I mean, it was a great heel turn, I thought.
Yeah.
I really did.
I mean, it was going to happen, and I'm happy that it's happened. Because now it is building up to the point. Look, we already know what's going to happen here. Becky Lynch is going to win, and she's going to be going into the triple threat match. She's going to go to WrestleMania, and she's going to win that Raw Women's Championship. We already know this is going to happen. Yeah. We can already see it building up, but it is a fun build-up. I'm really excited about this whole match build-up for this.
Yeah.
Because we hopefully are going to finally get Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch with Charlotte.
Yeah. With Charlotte as well.
With Charlotte,
and I'm coming round to that. When they first pushed Charlotte into it, I was a bit, no, I don't want that. I want Becky versus Charlotte. That's what I want. I don't understand why don't really understand why Charlotte's been shoehorned into it. But as the weeks have gone on, and the feud has been built up so well. I mean, the social media stuff has been between Becky and Ronda. I mean,
WWE's not been happy about that.
So I'm not sure, Not really. I mean, it's been very well done.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Again, I'm not sure how much WWE like it and how much I mean, they're doing it still. So.
So the thing is, you're gonna expect it to happen.
She basically swore her way through it about how she, that Becky and Charlotte and WWE Universe as a whole, and it's very. I mean, it's very well set up, isn't it?
It is very well set up.
Yeah.
Like I said, especially with Becky, how much of a hot property she is at the moment in the WWE.
Yeah.
It would be really, really stupid for them to not have her in the main event at WrestleMania. Especially when, be honest,
she's gonna be there.
The thing is, you've got the hottest property in WWE, and you've got, be honest, you've got Ronda Rousey, who is, at the moment, their shining beacon for anything outside the WWE. Say, hey, look, he's here, why don't you come and watch this?
Yeah.
And I mean...
Yeah, it's gonna be...
This is going to be the main event of WrestleMania. We can't deny it.
It's definitely going to be the main event. They've worked so hard for it.
Yeah, which I'm happy for.
Into that position. Yeah, it's definitely going to be we say the main event. Yeah, basically the last match, isn't it?
Yes.
This is going to be top of the bill.
We want this to be the last match.
We can call Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar the main event if they want to, because that's what happens. You get into the main event if you win the Royal Rumble and all that. But that isn't the main event. Yeah, the main event is the last match.
No. We could say the same thing here, because don't forget, Becky Lynch is the one who won the Women's Royal Rumble to get into the main event of WrestleMania.
No, but it doesn't actually say that, does it? It's
we're saying that.
Women's, it says they have With the women's, it's basically they have a chance to choose who they take on for the WWE Women's title. It's never. They don't actually mention the main event,
Which I do feel sorry for Asuka a little bit here, where she's kind of been put to one side. You've got the Women's SmackDown Championship. Well done. She's facing Mandy Rose.
Yeah, but, I'm okay with. I like Mandy, and I think I think she's doing some great stuff. But
but it's not compared to what we've got on the screen at the moment.
It's a real sideshow, isn't it? It's such a sideshow to what's going on, on the other side.
It hurts. It hurts so much because you've got, I'm going to say, you got 3 of the top women in WWE going against each other. And you see how much damage it does compared to the SmackDown brand when they're fighting for this one title. The thing is, Asuka's a really good wrestler, but she's an afterthought at the moment when it comes to WrestleMania.
The problem Asuka has is the fact that she doesn't have the ability to stand in the ring and cut the promos that the others are cutting.
Yes.
And, you know, because the whole nobody's ready for Asuka stuff, but just repeating that.
It doesn't work now when she's actually lost.
And when you've got the kayfabe destroying that's going on in terms of Ronda and Becky and Charlotte, it becomes really noticeable. And she's not as good. She's a great wrestler, but she hasn't got that. And the best thing they could do with Asuka is pair, as they have with Andrade, is pair her up with somebody who's able to talk for them.
Yes.
Okay?
In other words, like they did with Bobby Lashley.
Selena Vega. Exactly, Bobby Lashley. And we see it again and again, don't we? And that's the point. You have somebody who's not great with the mic. Again with Roman, they always used to keep Roman in the background, wasn't it? You had the other two of the Shield who still were talking and Roman would be in the background.
Yeah.
So that's what you do. You keep them. You get somebody you can do the talking for them, and at the moment, and they're not doing that with Asuka, and I think that's what they really probably should do. Because they need to be able to get her over. They should pair up with Paul Heyman is what they should do.
That would be actually, especially when rumours are that Brock Lesnar is very much moving away from WWE after WrestleMania as well. I think that's a good idea. Pairing with Paul Heyman, he is probably he is easily the best person on the mic when it comes to managers in the WWE. And yeah, why not Asuka? I think that'd be great. Have her be that destructive force in the WWE with Paul Heyman.
Yeah. I think it'd work.
Yeah, same.
That's what they should do. You know, but to have somebody that can talk for her, because she can't get over a voice.
Anyway, mate.
It's so important these days. Anyway, yeah, go on.
So let's do our predictions for these two matches. I don't know why we're doing this one for this one first, but Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair. Who do you think's going to win?
I mean, I can't imagine Becky not winning.
Yeah.
But saying that, we've seen some twists and turns. It wouldn't surprise me if she lost this and she still manages to get into that, because of the issue with her knee.
Yes.
Or it might be this is a no contest and that Ronda gets herself involved.
That's a good shout there, yeah, actually. A no contest.
Yeah, I think it could end up with a no contest. Ronda gets involved and therefore the decision has to be made. You know? Obviously there's the Vince effect at the moment where he seems to be coming in and just overriding everything.
I can see this being a McMahon affair type of effect.
Family.
So
yeah.
have Stephanie McMahon with Ronda. Have Vince McMahon with Charlotte, and probably Triple H with Becky Lynch. I can see it going that way.
Yeah.
Well, that would be a great way of looking at it. Anyway, the other match we was talking about, Asuka versus Mandy Rose, even though we didn't really talk much about Mandy Rose.
You know what? Yeah, I'd like Mandy Rose to win it.
Yeah. I don't. Like to look, I rate, like I said, I do rate Mandy Rose as well, but I don't think she's ready to be in that position with the actual championship. And it is just at the moment, we need to look at it as, the thing is, we cannot have WrestleMania and not have both women's championships there. But who will we have?
Yeah.
We can't see who will be facing who at WrestleMania. This is what's upsetting about this.
The problem with the whole thing is you've actually taken the two hottest properties out of SmackDown and put them into the Raw picture. You then look at SmackDown,
the only thing is
SmackDown's women's roster's weak because it's not. It's just that nobody really stands out right now.
The only thing I can see them doing with the SmackDown Women's Championship, and I don't want them to do this because they've already done this at a WrestleMania, and that is a Battle Royale.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I see that going that path. But anyway.
Yeah.
The game thinks that Charlotte's going to win. Like I said, I think I agree with you more of it being a no contest. With Ronda Rousey getting herself involved. Yeah, let's go quickly through the rest of these matches that we've got here. We have the women's tag team in the background. That's perfect. Let's start with that one then.
Yeah.
So, women's tag team champions. Who did not see this coming? It was the Boston Hook Connection who ended up winning it.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed the Elimination Chamber match. Listen.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're facing Nia Jax and Tamina. I mean, yeah. I want the Boston Hook Connection to win this. I'm gonna say this now.
Yeah.
Because I just want this whole Tamina and Nia Jax thing just to disappear, please.
Oh, it's like we've said before. It's just. I just find it really awkward to watch.
Yeah, I mean,
to be honest, I just find Tamina so awkward to watch. That's my problem with it.
I think there's one good thing we got from this. At least Carmella and Naomi didn't win it. Like we said, I think out the 6 that were there, they were the only team that got created because of the Elimination Chamber match.
Really late on as well.
Yeah.
But nothing since.
So
I mean, I think, as I say, I'm with you. I think I'm hoping Sasha and Becky, not Sasha and Becky, Sasha and Bailey win it.
Yeah.
And so then get, let's get Nia doing what she does better.
Yeah.
Which is doing single stuff, and Tamina doing what she does better, which is standing in the background and
not talking.
Nia on. Yeah.
Or not talking, just copying
Definitely
the last word, like some kind of weird rap video.
Yeah. Definitely not doing any jumping off the ropes.
So, like we said, that who would you like to see face for the women's tag team championships at WrestleMania then? If you had the choice yourself.
It's difficult, isn't it? It's difficult because you have, for me, I'd like I want it to be a team where you've actually got a team. So it would be Mandy and what's her name?
Sonya Deville.
Yeah, Sonya Deville. Or the Iconics.
I would like to see the Iconics get involved with this again. I like the Iconics. I really do, and I think it's because they're funny with the mic. Okay, and when they're actually like in the Elimination Chamber match, what did they do? They wanted to stay in that goddamn pod.
Yeah.
Screw that. They're not fighting.
So I'd like. Nah, that's what I'd like to see. We'll see what happens.
I would like
still
to
developing in it.
It's like it's not even been a month old yet with these tag team championships.
Yeah.
And it's like we said earlier, it's nice to see that they are trying to move it not just onto Raw and SmackDown, but actually have it over with NXT as well. I think they were there at NXT Live, where it was Rhea Ripley and I don't know who she was partnered with. Kairi Sane and Io Shirai and who was the other one? Another tag team there. I don't remember who the other tag team was, but it's nice to see that
it's a developing roster, isn't it? So
yeah.
See what they do with it.
And like I said, it's nice to have another championship put in with the women's side as well. And I think a lot of people have been shouting for these tag team championships for a while, and they're finally here.
Oh, for a long time. Yeah.
And hopefully it will be a great success. One thing I do love about it as well, have you noticed on the actual tag team championships themselves, they've got the like for WWE's women's and their main 2 championships, they've got the circle plate things that you can take out and put back in.
Yeah.
With these ones, it looks like they've put one of each on their tag team. So they said we've got 2 of them already here, which we technically use for the women's championships. Put one in there, one in the other. There we go. That's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which which I love that. With WWE, if you make more new titles, use the whole circle plate things because I love that.
Yeah.
But it's the best thing of these modern championships so far is the whole point that you can put little plates in instead of putting a name on the belt, which needs to be engraved every I don't know how many times to be done. Anyway, so I think we both agree here. Sasha Banks and Bailey, we want to see win this one.
Yeah.
let's move over to another match. Going through my list. Let's talk about another tag team championships, the SmackDown tag team championships. It is the Usos versus what do they call themselves? The greatest team in the world?
Oh, the greatest tag team in the world, are they? I don't know.
Either way, it's The Miz and Shane McMahon. So here is the best tag team in the world. We made it sound better than it was. So I don't see the Usos losing this. I really don't.
I hope not. I've had enough of the whole Shane thing now.
I want to see Shane McMahon versus The Miz at WrestleMania.
I think that's what we all want, and I think that's what we're hoping for at WrestleMania, isn't it?
Yes.
I think that would be good. Because I think I'm just a bit past this now. It's like,
okay, I get it. You're basically reminding us of probably one of the worst pay-per-views of last year with this. But can we move on, please? Yeah. Please?
Yeah.
A lot of us are still really angry about that pay-per-view. Seriously, I am.
Yeah.
We're basically now in the trouble going into WrestleMania, where you've basically given a championship to Mr. Muscle over there. But,
so it's like, I'm ready for this to finish with the tag team. It was funny, but it's and I've said this before, and we've done this. I've always been a fan of tag teams holding the championships. You know what I mean? Not people shoved together, but actual tag teams. So at the moment, that's why I like the fact that you've got the Revival.
It was an actual tag team.
They're a tag team first.
You've got the Usos who were a tag team first. And
the Usos were a proper tag team.
And the women's side, technically, yes, I would agree they're a tag team. They're not tag team first, but they are the closest we've got to it. Right. Well, apart from the Iconics. So I agree with you. I like it when it's an actual team which you can easily say, this is a tag team here that works perfectly well together. And so my question, I'm going to ask you this on a couple of them at the moment, mate. If Usos do hold on to SmackDown Tag Team Championships, who would you like to see as their opponent at WrestleMania?
For me, I'd like to see Gallows and Anderson.
Oh, that's a good shout, actually, yeah.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I really like the bar. But again, and I've sort of, when we're talking about them being shoved together, I've sort of accepted the bar now as being a tag team. They're the bar, aren't they? They're not Sheamus and Cesaro anymore. They are a tag team. So which
is weird when one of them is a multiple-time WWE champion.
Yeah. But for me, and Cesaro's been, Continental, hasn't he?
Intercontinental, US. He's done quite a few things now.
Yeah. But I just feel that they're being used for comedy at the moment, and Gallows and Anderson are too good for that.
Yeah.
They're such a good tag team.
I've got a shout out
to be.
Fandango and Tyler Breeze back, coming to fight for the tag team championships. Who doesn't want to see the Fashion Police back? Yeah.
What I want to see when they come back, I want to see Fandango come back and be taken seriously again, because he's actually again NXT. Him and Tyler Breeze had a really good run. Yeah.
But will the WWE Universe allow him to be taken seriously thanks to his intro music when he first came in?
That's the problem, isn't it? It's the problem. He has to come back.
One minute. It's not WWE Universe. It's the UK Universe, because we're the ones who ended up forcing that back again.
Yeah. I think where we like. I think it would have to be a case of coming back and having haven't learned a new move, isn't it? They would have to bring him back, and it'd be different. Yeah, he's gonna have to come back heel or something.
Yes.
But
then again, we'll still do the goddamn music.
The music.
Make him a heel, but we'll still get the goddamn same music. Because we will not be happy if it's a different music. They tried with a different music, and we brought the music back. It doesn't work.
Wait and see on that.
Yeah. I think we've actually just got one more match we've got to talk about. I'm actually surprised about this.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. Just one more match to talk about.
Yeah.
Which, Rey Mysterio versus Andrade. Yeah, he's facing Peter Andre.
Yeah, Peter.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio versus Peter Andre. Who do you think's gonna win? I'm going with Peter Andre. He's just got those moves, mate.
Peter Andre. I mean, I'll go with. Andrade for me.
Yeah.
I mean, but I'll tell you what. I mean, when we talk about the NXT people coming up and not doing it, he's definitely going to do it.
Yeah.
You know.
The thing is, he's going to be forced into it no matter what. Because he's got the right attitude. He's got a brilliant manager with him. Who, I'm going to be honest here.
Yeah.
Zelina Vega should stick with being a manager.
Yes. But again, I think we saw this at. When we were, it was the match. I was never the biggest fan, and it was that match at NXT at the Takeover with
Gargano.
Even a bit at Takeover actually, with Gargano, which was basically match of the year. I mean, it was amazing. And then since then, he's just kept coming forward leaps and bounds, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm kind of sad that it's going to be put onto the kickoff show with this, but
yeah, no. I don't deserve to be better than that. But it isn't for a title.
Both of them deserve better. Come on, it's Rey goddamn Mysterio. For crying out loud.
Yeah.
But
it's not for a title. It's not going to be. This isn't going to be at WrestleMania. I wouldn't have thought there's going to be something better for them. I would expect, but so I mean, it gives them again. The way I think they'll look at it is, they're on the kickoff.
Yeah.
So they're on the bill, and it's up to them. It's up to them to absolutely, blow the show open and get in there.
Kind of surprised that there's no Cruiserweight Championship match in this pay-per-view. I've just noticed that.
Yeah, we haven't got one this year, have we?
So before we call an end to this, there is one more story that I do want to talk about, and that is what happened during Ric Flair's birthday celebration. I was wrong. I'm going to say that now. My prediction for it was wrong. But we've ended up having something else. Batista.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You can see that.
Cleverly done, wasn't it?
Oh, God, really clever.
Very cleverly done. And obviously, because again, it's just what WWE are doing well. Because obviously, not that long ago, we had the reports where the Beast. With the animal, so he was basically talking about the fact that he'd been trying to get in touch with Triple H. They weren't returning his calls and all stuff. I understand that was genuine, and they then now turned that around to basically using that the whole, have I got your attention now, Hunter?
Oh, and he's definitely got his attention. It looks like. I mean, I'm happy this is gonna happen, isn't it? At WrestleMania, we're gonna get Batista versus Triple H. It was gonna happen since the whole, what was it? Was it SmackDown 1000, wasn't it? Where this all technically kicked off.
Whatever it was, yeah, where it sort of started. They were talking about it, but to be honest, we all forgot about it, didn't we? We forgot about it.
I kind of did, kind of didn't. I think it was more. I think a lot of people put it to one side because we heard that Triple H ended up getting injured during that unforeseen pay-per-view that no one wants to talk about. And I think that kind of made us think, oh no, this is definitely not going to go now because of Triple H being injured. But as looks of things, it's going down.
It was very well set up. I thought the promo this week from Triple H, was brilliant. The whole, talking about Ric Flair as Richard Flair, and it's basically
actually using real names.
Back down to how personal this was. I thought that was really well done. I think we I think it could be a really good match. I think it's a good way to use, Batista. I think it's a really well, if they're going to use him, it's a good way of doing it, and I think it could be good. I think it also means that we've got a chance of Triple H actually, managing to win a match at WrestleMania, which hasn't happened for a while.
Yeah, yeah.
Because usually Triple H, he's at WrestleMania, but normally it's a chance for one of the younger guys to get over on him, which is what he's good at, which is fine. So he's actually got a chance of winning. So yeah, wait and see.
I'm trying to see if there's anything else that we might have missed on here as well. Yeah, we already spoke about WWE being unhappy with Becky Ronda tweets. We already know about the top NXT superstar being injured, which is, of course, Tommaso Ciampa, which he's gone into surgery. Yeah. Which, apart from that... WWE Superstar announced return. Don't remember who that was. They're probably showing up. Yeah. Probably Batista knowing our luck. But you said that the Ty Dillinger has been released. I didn't notice that one. So has he just been released?
There was a number of them. Yeah, he asked for a release.
Like I said, I'm not surprised. He wasn't being used.
He's very close. No, he wasn't being used very well. I mean, he's very close to Cody. He's close friends with Cody.
I see this is happening. The thing is, we're going to see a lot of them, and this is what WWE's got to be really careful with this, because you know where the superstars are going to go. They are going to go over to AEW, especially the tag team side of things.
So I think we saw a few of them obviously being released and asking for release. And I think, as you say, Ty, I think it's a shame. Again, he did well. He was good on NXT.
Yeah.
Never really did it on the main roster, and hasn't been on telly for some time. Obviously had the injury and hasn't been on for a while. And I think, I think, as I say, he's very close to Cody. I expect that's where he's going to end up. There'll be a 90-day do not, non-competition clause. So
which basically goes up to WrestleMania. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be the summer, won't it? Just before we see these popping up. But I think they will start popping up.
Well, mate.
So wait and see. Anyway,
this is Fastlane. Our next stop, mate, it is the greatest show of them all, the grandest stage, whatever they want to call it this time round. We're going over. We're going to, where is it? New Jersey, because everything happens in New Jersey now for WWE.
Yeah, although we call it New York because it sounds better than Jersey.
Yeah, because we don't want to call it anything else. But so like we said here, we've got NXT Takeover New York, which is happening on April the 5th, which is a Friday. This time round, because they are moving it, the Hall of Fame. Yeah, that's a good point. Hall of Fame, which is happening on April the 6th. So we know DX is going to be top bill of that. China's going in pretty much.
Honky Tonk Man, which we all presumed.
Yeah,
was already in there.
Yeah, I thought he was already in there. And
everyone just presumed we'd missed that year.
And the one that was announced this week, Tori Wilson, is also going to be put into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I'm a little bit.
Well, I think
Tori Wilson did a lot, but I think there are people of that era yet to go in that haven't gone in.
You're right there, mate.
So I think there are people who could probably got in over her, but it is what it is. We'll see.
Well, I think one thing that, especially the Hall of Fame, that's really shocked me a little bit is that the point is China is going to be put into the Hall of Fame through this, through the DX side of things. Which is nice to see because she was such a huge part, especially of the Attitude Era. And I think this is probably the only way that Triple H could get himself into the Hall of Fame at the moment. Because you can't really say, Triple H is going to the Hall of Fame. You're putting yourself into
Triple H should
the
be
Hall
in
of Fame.
There.
He should be in there.
And China should be in there. And I also think China should be in there on their own.
Yes. Well, this is a good starting point.
This at least puts her in.
Yes.
And yes, she should be in there. And yes, I think it's a piss take that, I'll be honest, that Tori Wilson is going in this year, but China can't do it on her own. I think however, she's going in. And we all know the issues, the issues around China.
Yes.
Particularly with the McMahon family and Stephanie. We know the issues around, obviously, what she did when she left WWE and some of the issues around that. And, and obviously it was a very sad way that she ended up, but she should be in there, and at least this gets her in there. This is a win, isn't it? You know?
This is the thing. The thing is, it's nice to see. This is hopefully just a start with this, because like I said, we want to see. We all want to see China get into the Hall of Fame on her own merits as well, which she would deserve to be in there on her own merits.
Yeah.
But like you said, at least she's in there now. Exactly. And
puts her in that. She's in, and I think DX should be in there.
Yeah, of course. The thing is, they
just in the same way as one. As me and Heavenly were talking. At some point, in the future, the Shield will be in there.
Yes,
again,
I agree.
All three of those guys will be able to walk in there.
The thing is, we can already see a lot of people on the modern roster at the moment who we can already see these are people who we are going to see in that Hall of Fame. Like I said, the Shield is a good example. John Cena is definitely going to be in there, of course. Exactly.
There's only so many spots. Only so many spots. You can only get 70 in each year. The point is that in this case, what we managed to do is get a number of guys, DX, which were incredibly important. Still are important. I mean, like, you've got the moment you put the Road Dogg running SmackDown, and you've got Triple H and Shawn Michaels running NXT.
Yeah.
So these.
It was difficult to say. But like I said, with the whole Tori Wilson thing, I can already see probably another female superstar that I would have expected to be going in just for the fact that we know that she can't wrestle now. And I'm surprised that she hasn't gone in like Edge did, because he went in once he was said about his whole neck thing. He went into the Hall of Fame, pretty much the next Hall of Fame, and that is Paige. I really thought. I know Paige will go in, but I was expecting Paige to be going. I thought she would have been in this year. Yeah,
she won't be in this year, and the reason she won't be is because I don't think Paige would want to. Because Paige will still want Paige will be looking at Daniel Bryan and thinking there's still a chance.
Which is a dangerous way of looking at it. The thing is, Daniel Bryan, it was a concussion thing. With Paige, she's got the same. It's the same problem as 1 minute. It's the same problem, like we said, that Edge had.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's
but,
not.
But we haven't yet got to the point where we're taking from this sort of era. We're not yet going in, and I think Paige would want to wait.
Yeah.
It's just I think as Henry just mentioned, AJ Lee should be going in. There's a whole group of them who aren't wrestling anymore, but we're still at the moment working through. We're still working through the attitude here.
Good point. Yeah.
Obviously Beth Phoenix a couple of years ago, and I can't remember last year, but this year was.
It was Alundra Blaze the year before that, I think.
Yeah. So we'll see. Anyway,
let's
talk about that more next one.
Yes, we will. So, mate, thank you for joining me for Fastlane predictions. Yeah. Even though we've got a match still going on in front of us, we are going to be cutting this short. Go Usos. That's all we're saying with this one. And of course, like I said, join us for. We'll probably be trying to get it out for the Friday the 5th, especially with NXT being on there. So we will see you in April for our predictions for WrestleMania NXT Takeover. And until then, thank you. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Go Usos!